Hi, Scott Orlin with Cinema Magazine. It is my pleasure to talk to one of the young, beautiful talents in the movie, Lady Bird, Saoirse Ronan. Congratulations. I want to ask you, what are the joys of this movie as a chance for us to kind of go back and relive those turbulent times of our teenage years? How much did you relate to kind of what she did?
I mean, I think everyone can relate to that whole idea of really needing to find yourself. And I don't think that stops, actually, even when you leave your teen years, you know. I think she's got this combination of being very sure of who she is, or like having a lot of self-belief in what she is and what she will be, and also not having a clue like where she's going to end up or what she'll do or what it is she necessarily wants to say, you know. And so I get that sort of, I don't know, that contrast between insecurity and also a massive security in yourself, you know.
Part of that security must be, or come from, you know, parental approval. And
Yeah.
in this movie, it was the back and forth between mother and daughter that we see. And for you growing up, how supportive were your parents? How much they believe in your dreams?
My mum and dad continue to be incredibly supportive of me, in different ways as well. I mean, I think, you know, obviously at its core it's love, and they're, you know, they care about my welfare and, you know, all that. And especially for mum, like once I'm eating well and I'm getting enough sleep, she's happy, you know. But I think it was also great to have dad be an actor and have all of the experience of working on a film set, and even to a certain extent all of this as well, the media side of it. He had done a little bit of that, and so it was always nice to sort of have two sides to the coin. Like Mam's very much sort of the sense of reality in our family, and she continues to, just as cheesy as it sounds, she continues to be my rock, like. So
People could look at this movie and say, oh, it's really about first love. But I don't think it's first love. I think it's
No.
first crush. And I was wondering, for you, do you remember the first crush? How powerful that moment is?
I don't know if the film's about her first crush. I think it's about a combination of things. It's mainly, this film is about her relationship with her mother. Like that's the romantic relationship in this story. Yeah, I mean, I remember my first crush was Zach from Saved by the Bell, and that went on for years. So I know how intense they can be, for sure.
As talented as you are as an actor, we get to see a different side of Saoirse in this movie, and that is your musical side.
Yeah.
How confident were
Incredibly
you when you
musical.
got to do this Stephen Sondheim, even though it was a in-the-movie production?
Well, the good thing is that Lady Bird is not supposed to have like the most talent when it comes to singing or dancing or performing or, you know, anything really on stage. So that took a little bit of the pressure off me. But for Lady Bird's audition piece, she does Everybody Says Don't. And Greta had sent me a recording that Barbara Streisand had done. And so I had been listening to this, and this was sort of like the bar that was set for me to reach for the audition. And I was like, I can't sing like Barbara Streisand. I wish I could, but I can't. So right up until that day, I had planned to like try and emulate Barbara Streisand, which I will never be able to do. And so I had been looking at videos online of Elaine Stritch performing that song, and she does like a half talk, half singing version. She's like, everybody says don't, everybody says don't. And I was like, that's the way I'm gonna do it. So I did it that way instead. But yeah, it took the pressure off that like she's really not supposed to be very good at this at all.
And just a question for you, the title of the movie is called Lady Bird, and when you see the movie, you'll understand what the reference is. But have you ever sought a nickname, or growing up, did anybody ever kind of give you a different name than what you had? Would you have liked one? I mean,
No, I think it was definitely, you know, it was a journey to get to the stage where I was happy having like such a different name, because nobody had that name growing up. And like, even in Ireland, a lot of people couldn't pronounce it, you know, some people couldn't spell it, whatever. But now I really like that I've got a name that's so different, and it means freedom, which I think is just really cool too. I mean, I have nicknames like Saoirse, the old classic, and my dad would call me Puddin when I was a kid and things like that. I don't know. People, it depends on the person, but people have lots of different nicknames for me. I'm sure people call me loads of names behind my back.
Well, Saoirse Puddin. Anyway, it has been such a pleasure. Congratulations on the
Thank
movie.
you.
And this is Scott Orlin. Till next time.